The Hulk sucks. How do you turn one of the coolest characters known for their anger and rage and make them so unbearable to watch? The Hulk went from a raging beast to a nerdy loser and seemingly got worse over time. Starting with The Incredible Hulk, watching this movie back was pretty bad with the CGI and how many loose ends it has. Edward Norton's Hulk was smart while also being super strong. He knew how to use weapons against Abomination. He knew to control his anger with the people he cared about. It also seems Marvel nerfed his abilities, like what happened to his thunderclap or him being smart enough to use weapons. This Hulk actually has a backstory, and we can see how he's created. But this movie was very forgetful, with many of the side characters being unused and forgotten. The Avengers Hulk subtly reintroduces Bruce Banner as he's in the worst conditions to be the Hulk. He's in a loud, stressful environment filled with sick people. And I know he's there and has the intentions of helping them, but still. This version of Hulk is just a big green dummy. In the comics, the Hulk is explained like a newborn child, clueless and confused. His rage comes from confusion and him being provoked by enemies. He lashes out in confusion, often hurting his teammates. But the Avengers Hulk is just dumb. Just a big green dummy smashing everything around him and going after his teammates on purpose with no reason. Like, why does he want to hurt Black Widow? And what are his intentions on the team? We know Bruce Banner's intention is to find the Tesseract, but what's Hulk's? Another point that doesn't make any sense in this movie is when he says he's always angry. To me, that's just lazy writing, because if you were always angry, why aren't you always the Hulk? This Hulk is just a mindless monster tearing through everything in his way. Hulk's next appearance in Age of Ultron just gets more confusing. After attacking some of the Avengers in the last film, they let him tag along on their mission to get Loki's staff. But he seems to understand the situation and knows how to help the team instead of just smashing everything in his way. And why does Natasha calm him down? Wasn't he just trying to obliterate her in the last movie? And who is in control? Because Avengers, it pointed to Banner being in control with the whole "I'm always angry" line. But now it seems like the Hulk's in control by how angry he looks with Natasha and his anger towards even mentioning the name Bruce Banner. Also, it should be noted that the strongest being on the planet should be used for bigger missions. If they're constantly bringing him on smaller missions, it takes away the big game changer Hulk we should see. Avengers did a great job at doing this by him showing up last minute to change the game. Them doing all these things just diminish the Hulk's role on the team. I mean, they have a code green for a reason. But if Iron Man can win in a 1v1 fight against the Hulk, why use the Hulk at all? He's supposed to be the biggest, baddest on the team. I don't get how they took such a strong character and made him weak. How is Iron Man able to beat the Hulk easily while making jokes along the way? In the comics and animated series, the Hulk crushes all of the Avengers, sometimes even all of them at once. But MCU made Hulk so bad that one of the Avengers is able to take him out. They're making the Hulk into just some mindless beast that can't even win a fight against Iron Man, let alone the entire team, which is what he's supposed to be able to do. Now let's talk about Hulk and Black Widow. None of this should work. First off, he's like 20 years older than her, and there was no build up for them as he was just trying to kill her in the last movie. You can't just replace Betty Ross with Black Widow. And why isn't Betty Ross mentioned in the MCU? She plays such a big role in the Hulk's life because of the fact that both Hulk and Banner love her. And they actually had a build up, not just this lazy writing. The Hulk in this film doesn't seem like he has any control. After freeing Black Widow, Bruce explains how a code green could hurt both the heroes and civilians, but she apparently doesn't care for the safety of those people because she can just casually push him off and not be in danger from the Hulk. The worst part of his ending? He gets on Ultron's Quinjet, flies away. Why does he want to fly away? Does Hulk or Bruce want to fly away? We knew Banner wanted to run away, but does the Hulk? Why is the Hulk wanting what Banner wants? The worst mistake of an MCU movie, Thor Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok's Hulk is the champion of Sakar's tournament, and it's just confusing. We get some dialogue from Hulk, meaning he's not just a mindless idiot who smashes things, and he has some emotion instead of just rage from the way he's joking around with Valkyrie. In the comic this movie is based off of, Planet Hulk, Hulk is a freedom fighter, fighting to start a revolution against the Grand Master. But this Hulk, he's happy to be a slave if it means punching people, again with the most powerful Avenger thing. How is he the most powerful, strongest Avenger if he can't even win against Thor by himself? I know Thor got a buff mid-fight, but still before that, he was getting beat up by Thor. Even though Hulk technically wins the fight, that would be the second time he's gotten beat by an Avenger. The only times Hulk has some dialogue is mainly just for laughs and not to be taken seriously. His whole reason for leaving Earth is because Earth hates Hulk, which we can see in the comics, but on Earth there is no indication of Earth hating the Hulk. And how is the Quinjet able to travel interdimensionally all the way to Sakaar because Sakaar is in a different universe? This movie takes the seriousness away from the Hulk and makes him into a big goofy side character. This sad excuse of a Thor movie makes the Hulk look bad. It takes away the big badness that we saw before on the screen. Sure, he's still big and bad and still is a huge threat, but this movie seems like they used the Hulk for comedy. Infinity War Hulk was a joke. After being tossed around by Thanos, the Hulk becomes too afraid to come out. Really? The Hulk, the embodiment of rage, is scared to fight? I mean, come on, is that not just lazy writing? Endgame Hulk is somehow even worse with Banner and Hulk becoming one. Talk about a downgrade. We went from a raging monster to a nerdy goofy giant. This Hulk totally contradicts comic book Hulk. Adding to my earlier point, Hulk and Banner is supposed to be two separate beings. Banner thinking for himself and Hulk thinking for himself. So if Banner is constantly transformed, where's the Hulk's consciousness? Anyway, She-Hulk sucks, and it sucks for many reasons. Marvel took strong characters and turned them goofy. Why is She-Hulk twerking with Megan Thee Stallion? If you showed this to someone 15 years ago and told them that this is what the Hulk has become, they'd probably punch you in the face. She-Hulk was so bad that they cancelled the second season. The fight scenes are terrible and the Hulk seems so much weaker. And you're telling me that the Hulk can stop a full Chitauri Leviathan going full speed with just his fist, but not a jeep? What a joke the Hulk is. Why is the Hulk always fighting? The Hulk is supposed to be the last resort when nothing else works. I don't know what Marvel is thinking in terms of the direction of Hulk, but this version we have right now is so unbearable and lame. They literally took the coolest MCU character and turned him into a nerd. This version of Hulk doesn't even rage and fight like the old Hulk did. And how does Hulk have a son, and where'd he come from? Who's the mom? He also looks pretty old, so where has he been all this time? And where are they heading? Are they introducing us to Planet Hulk? This Hulk is so weak that his cousin, that's barely been a Hulk, already is seeming to outshine him. But good thing we won't be able to see that development, because She-Hulk was a tragedy and a waste of money, and it should be thrown into a fire. The future of Hulk is looking dark. Much like Thor, they turned a great character into a goofy character. I miss seeing the Hulk become a wrecking ball and Thor being serious. Now, I don't hate the new characters, I just hate of what they've become. Hulk became a total opposite of what he's supposed to be. He's an antisocial, always paranoid type of character in the comics. But in the new movies, he uses phrases like shut the front door, bruh, and dabs. Why is the Hulk dabbing?